Welcome all to the platform of 1 mark solution, where you can see all the 1 mark type of question, which is very significant now. Today, let us see some assertion reason kind of question from the chapter 1 of 12th standard biology, that is reproduction in organisms. So let us see the questions. Reproduction in organism. Assertion reason kind of questions are in such a way that there will be two statements, as you all know. Statement 1 is assertion and statement 2 is reason. So how to analyze this question? If both the questions, read both the statements carefully. If both the statements are correct, then the answer can be A or B. If assertion and reason is correct, and if the reason is the correct explanation for assertion, then the answer is A. If assertion and reason is true, but the reason is not an explanation for assertion, then the answer is B. And if assertion is true and the second statement is wrong, the answer is C. And finally, if both are wrong, it is D. So henceforth, I will not be saying these conditions, we will be seeing only the statements. So the first question, zygote is the only cell that gives a vital link between the two generations of an organism. So the statement A is correct. It's true. Why it is true? Because it is zygote. Zygote is formed by the fusion of two haploid gametes. So it is correct. And the reason is saying that, so we can say that this is true. And the reason says the two gametes fuse to form single zygote. So that statement is also true. So as I said, if both the statements are true, then the answer can be either A or B. Now, how to analyze? Is the reason a correct explanation for the first statement? The two gametes fuse to form a single zygote? No, it is not a correct explanation for that. So the answer for this is B. That is, both assertion and reason are true, but reason R is not the correct explanation for assertion A. Now let us move to the second question. Assertion statement is, viviparous animals give better protection to their offspring. Very true, isn't it? It gives better protection. True. Now let us see the next statement. Reason. They lay their eggs in safer places in the environment. Is this statement correct? They lay their eggs. Viviparous organisms will never lay their egg. So this statement, second statement is false. So what can be the answer? If A is true and B is wrong, that means look at these options. Assertion A is true, but reason R is wrong. So answer is C. Okay, let us see the third question. Assertion, first statement, an ovule is transformed into a fruit after fertilization. Read the statement again. An ovule is transformed into a fruit. Ovule is transformed into a fruit. So the statement is correct or wrong? Statement is wrong. Ovule transforms only to a seed. It cannot transform into a fruit. So it is false. See, once the assertion statement is false, then read the reason, but again, it can be only D. So the fruits are formed only from ovules. So what is it? Fruits are not formed from ovules. It is always from ovary. So this is also wrong. So both the statements, both assertion and reason, false. So what is the answer? Answer is D. Okay. Now let us see the fourth question of the same chapter. First statement, assertion. In angiosperms, the ovule develops into a seed after fertilization. Very correct, isn't it? It is the ovule which develops into seed after fertilization. So the first statement, you can say that it is true. Okay. Now let us see what reason says. Reason says fertilization is not essential for the development of fruit. Is this correct? The reason says it is not. So generally fruits are formed after fertilization. But fertilization is not essential. Fruits can be formed without fertilization also. What do we call that process? It is parthenocarpy, isn't it? So this is, both the statements are correct, but both the statements are true. Okay, both the statements are true. But now look once again, if both the statements are true, what should we check? Whether the reason is an explanation for that. Here, angiosperm ovule develops into a seed after fertilization. That is true. And this second sentence is also true, but it is not an explanation for the first sentence. So the answer is B. Okay. Now let us see the fifth question of the same chapter. Assertion: a plant biotype can be retained and multiplied indefinitely without any change or variation by the method of asexual reproduction. Okay, let us see what is biotype here. Biotype, when we say biotype, what is that? The same kind of group of organism having the same genetic pattern, isn't it? That is biotype. And what is the reason? So this is very correct. Statement is true. Now let us see, asexual reproduction does not involve meiosis and syngamy. No meiosis, no syngamy here. This statement is also true. Okay, so both statements are true, and this statement A, reason, is a correct explanation for this. That means why there is no variation. There is no variation due to asexual reproduction because there is no meiosis, there is no recombination or mix match, and there is no fusion. So both the statements are correct, and the reason is correct explanation for assertion. Okay, so thus we have come to an end of this thing. Thank you for watching, and watch more videos at the same channel where you can get more kind of assertion reason kind of questions. Thank you.